Okay, welcome to your setting your North Star. Still slightly in honour, well, still in honour of The Rosefield by Philip Pullman. Go and read it. I've just started it. I had to read something from my book group, so I put it on one side, but I'm picking it up again tonight. So you and the idea of setting your North Compass, you are really up for it. There's a consistency, and I love the Salvador Dali image because he is the Knight of Pentacles, who's usually the quiet one, the plodding one, the consistent one. And look at all that red, and look at how his horse is going. It's very Virgo energy in a way. It's like the way that your consistent habits and your clever systems and your ability to be earthy and grounded and work things out really well actually causes great momentum. I've always loved the Knight of Pentacles anyway. So this is like my true depiction of it, because I know somebody who's very dear to me that feels like a real Knight of Pentacles. And I see it for how amazingly loving and consistent it is as an energy. It's that kind of turning up to care for things energy. It's beautiful. So you're prepared to put the work in, and it's quite dynamic and long-reaching how much your work can change things, is what I'm hearing from the cards. Your root skills are the Ace of Pentacles. You are good at nurturing things. It's exactly like the Knight of Pentacles, but you're good at taking a new idea and seeing how it could grow into something absolutely profoundly huge, like an oak tree, if you give it water and nurture it and protect it from wildlife and look after it day after day after day. You're very grounded. You can deal with physical reality really well, and that is what you're going to be able to do beautifully in order to get yourself focused on the right orientation in your life, what's going to make you most happy. What you might want to let go of with the Six of Swords is that feeling that you are perpetually trying to improve things, move from something quite tricky into something calmer. Now, it might be that you're just in that mindset where you're so used to having been in a bit of a difficult situation that you think you're always trying to improve, you're always trying to get from one place to another, you're always trying to learn all your lessons, which is what the Six of Swords does, get them all into the boat and sail off with all your knowledge. It might be almost like you're too self-improving, or it might just be that you've just completed that. You are in calmer waters and you can relax. So you'll know which. How to set your North Compass, the High Priestess and the Page of Wands. I love it. What gets you really excited with the Page of Wands? Look at him looking at his giant wand. It's very phallic. And that snake, that sort of what gets your blood pumping, what really takes your creative attention. And then how can you know it in the most divine, still, wise way? How can you sit with this thing that you're so passionate about, probably something artistic and creative, and go deep, deep, deep into its mysteries rather than intellectualizing it? It's all kind of a spirituality that's very like the Hierophant, based on externals or what the teachings are. This is like a deep, mystical, silent, quiet knowing. So that, combined with the super excited energy of the Page of Pentacles, is what's going to get you where you need to be. So they're very different energies, but you take what excites you and then you do this deep dive that will be super positive for you. Now, where this is all going, the Hangman, I love it. You're going to have an epiphany. Well, that's kind of the Judgment, but you're going to see things from a completely different point of view and a wise point of view. This one seems to have a waterfall next to him, and in fact, there are those trees that we know you can grow with your Ace of Pentacles, and you're hanging from them now. It's like a really radical, beautiful new perspective. Good for you. Right, let's build this out a little bit. I'm going to... Oh God, I just piled all these up before I started it, which is quite funny and sillily timed. Let's get you another tarot card to add to this. What does Virgo need to know? One came out immediately and one came out afterwards. Knight of Pentacles again, and the Wheel of Fortune. You are changing things up. And the way you're doing it is with your Knight of Pentacles. So you are jumping in to effect some change. And like we were saying before, because this is you in the middle, this is your Knight of Pentacles again, you in the idea of change. You know that if you keep doing something every single day with love, with consistency, it's going to grow something really beautiful. Look at how confident she is. Look at her beautiful red hair. Look at that hat full of flowers, and then those inspired doves that are going off, like indicating her intuition. So double Knight of Pentacles, double ability to change, make change through consistent action. This is such a lovely message. Let's see what we got here. Let's take another one. You can feel the energy so clear. This is the Three of Swords. You might have felt frustrated for a while, but things are on the move. That's interesting that you are getting that, because it feels as if your consistent action maybe has felt a bit stagnated. Because, sorry, ow, got some brambles there. I'm always collecting things in the park. I'm about to make a bramble ward. I don't know if you know what those are. Look it up. And then the Two of Swords from the Crow cards. That's the minor to the High Priestess, so I think it's just saying, you know, go deep inside, use your intuition, cut off every other sense, try to in order to break through, you need to delve deep. I think that's very, very clear. Right, let's get you an oracle card. Let's get you an oracle card for Virgo. And we're talking, this is in honour of Philip Pullman's Rosefield, because the Rosefield is a deep place. It is exactly where the High Priestess would be most comfortable. It is that deep field of knowing. That is exactly where she resides. So what have we got here? The wood woe. Look at him. Let's read from the book. Where has it gone? Wood woe. Just had it. Okay. Wood woe, number 23. So yeah, we're talking about that field of all-knowing that Philip Pullman writes about so beautifully. If you find yourself losing your temper more than usual, you may have reached the boundaries of your tolerance for so-called civilization. Don't be afraid to express your individuality, even if it makes other people a bit uncomfortable. Being unashamedly yourself encourages other people to be themselves, and this is a very good thing. This is something I'm quite good at doing, I think. As you get older, it's sort of fun. And it says here, there are many legends and rumours about the wood woes. Was he a villager who could no longer cope with the pressure of society? Was he driven from his home by those who demanded conformity? Was he lost as a child and brought up by wild animals? This does happen in the forest, though not as often as reported. So it's about independence, eccentricity, non-conformity, impatience with rules, rebellion, and authenticity. Maybe this is talking about where you're headed with once your North Compass is properly set and you've delved deep into your interior and the interior of all things, into that field. Maybe that is what it's talking about, is that's when you become a little bit more eccentric in other people's eyes, because you're being authentic, and then you're giving them permission. Right, 3 from the Rider-Waite. The King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you know, you're good at juggling. You will get balance, though. You're juggling realities at the moment as you settle onto your hangman, but use that wonderful intellect that we know you've got, because you're Virgo. They're clever Virgos. And work it out slowly. There is reciprocity coming. And then let's just get one more oracle, because they're sitting here. I'm sort of surrounded by piles of cards. It's lovely. And let's see, this is a nice quick one. How is Virgo getting to what they want? The key to intimacy. Maybe that's part of your journey. Intimate love is core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. Maybe this is part of your journey. It looks like a sort of Virgo and hermit's journey. She's there with her lantern. Maybe this is part of what you're learning, is that consistency, the double page of Knight of Pentacles really wouldn't have any truck with flighty behavior and things like that. Maybe you're learning that consistency is really important for you within relationship. Maybe that's what allows you to open your heart. And I would suggest that's a very good idea. Right, I have got 2 more here. I'm just going to use everything that's in front of me. One is the Pixie. These are, somebody made some Lenormand that I don't know really, but out of Pixie Coleman Smith, the Rider-Waite's illustrator, the Rider, well, out of her illustrations. So I don't know what the Rider means. We're going to look it up, but of course it feels to me like that's our 3rd Knight of Pentacles turning up. Wouldn't that be amazing if it is? It's certainly a very consistent horse. It's actually the horse from the Knight of Cups, but so positive. News, information, new things, messengers, moving forward, visitor, speed. When the rider shows up, you can be sure that news is soon to follow. The card is one of movement and swift action, of things happening soon. Pay attention to which direction the rider is moving and or which card the rider is moving from. A new love interest, maybe this is to do with this kind of understanding what intimacy is not in order to open up to what intimacy is. A flirtatious situation that may in time lead to something deeper, but not right now. Career, either a change in direction or a department could happen. Answers are coming quickly about things related to the job. Yeah, so that's good. I like it. For me, it's our 3rd night. It's this kind of consistent energy turning up over and over again. You brilliantly, consistently practicing something, acting on something, being true to yourself. And then we've got 3 cards from this lovely tarot deck. We've got the 10 of Swords. There's an ending coming. It's quite a dramatic one, isn't it? There's an ending coming so that some new dawn can come. And wow, what a new dawn it is. Did we already get the Queen of Swords? No, we got the King of Swords. It's an Ace of Wands and a Queen of Swords. So you've got your King and your Queen of Swords, this intellectual, rigorous, exciting new start with that incredible Ace of Wands. So to go with your Ace of Pentacles, there is a new start. The 10 means stop struggling with what has been. Maybe this is in relationship. But I tell you, if there's a new one coming, and it's indicated by the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, wow, for somebody, that's going to be a really passionate, productive relationship. And I like that it's presided over by this loving energy of the Knight of Pentacles, consistently loving through action rather than words is what I would say there. And then the sort of rigor of the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. You know, the Queen of Swords has been through quite a hard time potentially in relationships, and she's not putting up with any nonsense anymore, and therefore she's going to get the best of people if she did decide to go back into relationship. If it's just about new creative starts and new which way to orientate yourself, they're very strong allies that you've got taking you to this new position. Anyway, thanks for turning up. See you again.